What's going on, Lego Maniacs? It's Ty, the Lego guy here, and welcome to another episode of the Blast from the Past catalog series. Today we're going all the way back to 1991, and if you guys like classics, you're gonna love this catalog. There's some really good sets in this one, and a lot of these have appreciated a ton. They're very valuable. Anyways, this one should get interesting, but enough talk. Let's get right into it. And to kick us off, we'll begin by taking a look at the front cover a little bit more. As you can see, there's a lot of awesome looking minifigures on the front of this. A lot of these that you probably recognize. We have some M-Tron, along with some pirates, some classic knights, even the classic 90s palm tree, or late 80s palm tree, I should say, which continued into the late 90s, or actually into 2000, I believe. And then right here, we have a number of these sets all kind of laid out. My bad, that was a Blacktron minifigure, not an M-Tron minifigure. Oh man, some of these sets I'd love to get my hands on. Some of them are worth so much money. And then on the top, we have all the themes: pirates, castle, town, space. This is what I'm talking about. These are the classics. This is what made Lego. And then we'll move on to the next page, which is going to be Duplo. And we're not going to center in on this too long. I will say though, when I was really little, like I believe I was 1 or 2, beginning when I was 1, my parents did buy me Duplo. And that kind of started my love of Lego. So it's not bad, just obviously if you're a little bit older, you're not really going to like it. Moving on to the next page, we got some more Duplo. Some Duplo figures, even Duplo line. I didn't know they did this. They even had crocodiles. I think I knew they had lions, but not crocodiles. Anyways, that's kind of interesting. They bothered to make actual sets of Duplo sets, or Duplo models, whatever you want to call it. I just thought before they just had big boxes of big bricks, but they made sets, which is interesting. Did not know that. Here we have some classic Lego. Pretty basic. And then we got some more basic packs. This is another unknown theme. I didn't know they did this back in the day. It's kind of like our Creator 3-in-1 sets, or just our basic boxes of Lego. Like, you know what I'm talking about. They did that back in the early 90s, and that's interesting. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's what they kind of did. Kind of like those creative packs that they have where you just get random bricks, right? And now we've got 2 pirates. This is Pirates at its heyday. It doesn't get any better than this. Check out these sets. Oh man, I really want the El Dorado Fortress. One of these days, I'll hopefully get it. Oh, there's just so many good sets. In fact, let's just read this. Captain Redbeard's pirates set off from Forbidden Island to capture the treasure from the soldiers. Did they succeed? Collect Lego pirates and build your own treasure hunt. There's the original Black Seas Barracuda. Oh, these sets are so good and they're worth so much money nowadays. This was a really cool thing they did back in the day. They'd make scenes with the theme that the catalog was getting into, and I absolutely love it. I really wish they do more stuff like this nowadays. Oh, that looks so good. And then moving on to the next, it just gets just as good. We got Castle. So it says the Forestmen and the King's Knights are joisting again. So nobody saw who ran away with the princess. Did you? Collect Lego Castle sets and build more adventures. The Black Monarch's Castle, check that out. That just looks absolutely awesome. The King's Mountain Fortress, I didn't know about this set till now. That's a cool looking set. Oh man, let's check this out. The Forestmen sets, Forestmen River Fortress, Forestmen's Crossing. These sets are worth so much money nowadays. And then we have, check out this castle minifigures. I think that's going for 80 USD nowadays. And then we have another scene. Check that out. So this is supposed to be loosely based off of Robin Hood and King John and them fighting each other, which, fun fact, that had some historical backing, which is interesting. King John wasn't a very good king. And anyways, very cool. Just love the look of this. And then moving to the next page, we have Lego Town. So before it was city, it was town. And in this one, they just basically get straight to the scene. I'm not going to complain. This is right before I started getting into Lego. Just wanted to mention that. And yeah, a lot of these have that 90s type of feel, late 80s, which makes sense since this is from 1990. I have reviewed some of these sets too, like that police station and that police boat. Love the fact that they did this back in the day. And then we have a breakdown of more city sets. I have reviewed the coastal cutter as well. Pretty cool looking little boat. That rescue helicopter looks a little bit dated. That really looks like an 80s set. I think some of these are from the late 80s and they made their way into the 90s. Then we have the airport shuttle. A lot of these are electric, in case you guys didn't notice that. Like, this one has a sound. I believe the propellers might even move. And this one is an electric train, right? So that's pretty cool. A bit of a scene on the bottom right here. Another people's pack. I have reviewed this space shuttle too, which was a pretty cool set. Some people have even said this is where their love of Lego kind of started, and I can see that. Okay. All right, here we go. Spy spotted. Where does he come from? From the planet of B11. A new generation of Blacktron are haunting the Lego space system. Find 9 novelties for your Lego space collection and start building exciting mysteries today. I absolutely love so many sets in this catalog. I really want this one. I forget the name of that. We will find out in the next page. And then we have the Blacktron base. And this is M-Tron, right? This is Blacktron. That just looks so cool. This is kind of where my space collection started. Just after this, with Explorines, UFO, Spirus, Unitron, they were kind of the next space theme. And this is the set I'm talking about, the Multi-Core Magnetizer. This is by far one of my old-time favorite space sets, and hopefully one of these days I'm able to buy it. But I mean, so many of these were so good, like the Particle Ionizer. We have Space Police, another Space minifigures, basically pack. It's kind of like the original battle packs. And then we have Blacktron. I mean, I'd love to get this base. Also love to get the Aerial Intruder. And then, okay, this is pretty cool. We have this 5-pack, and you get the 5th one free. You pay for 4, and they have Town, Castle, Pirates, Blacktron, M-Tron. That is a great little pack. I would definitely buy that if I was around to kind of buy that back in 91. And then we have some, these are kind of like boats that float right from the shipyard. I believe all these float. I could be wrong about that, but looking at the hulls, I think they do. And then we have the original Ultimate Collector series from the early 90s. That's what I'm going to call them. They're larger vehicles and they're more detailed than the typical Lego set. They called them Model Team, which aged 9 to 16. So a little bit longer than what was normal back then. Generally, it was like 6 to 12. We have Technic. These are a little bit basic. I like the fact they have motors though, that's kind of cool. And then moving to the next page, we have another Technic model. This just looks really rough in my opinion. Not a big fan of it, but if you like it, I got nothing against you. I do really hate these large minifigures that they kind of tried out in the early 90s. Just not my thing. And then before we had kind of like Pick-a-Brick and stuff like that, I guess this was the original Pick-a-Brick. They had these packs of pieces, which was a smart idea. Oh, they have the Safari vehicle. They recently did remake this and made it a city set. And yeah, this is just, okay, the space minifigures. Okay, that's the pack. They had that already. We showed that off. The original brick separator for $1.50. And then we have a Technic motorbike. I don't mind the look of that. That looks quite good. And then on the back here, we have join the official Lego Club. Your 2-year membership includes, and then it gets into it. This is what they had before we had the internet. Some more packs. Here we have a castle pack, a pirates pack, and then an actual like mini battle pack basically. But yeah, that pretty well does this catalog. As you guys probably gathered, I really like a number of the sets in this one, but let me know what your favorite one or your favorite sets are out of this catalog. Maybe your favorite theme. This just had so much going for it, and I really hope that Lego continues to revisit this with Castle, Pirates. Hopefully we get another space theme soon. Star Wars kind of has taken that demographic, but I'm hoping that they kind of do bring back one. We did just recently get an updated Blacktron set, and I really like it, so hopefully they continue to do that. But that pretty well does this episode. But if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future Blast from the Past episodes. We do one of them basically every month or every 2 months, and I love taking a look at these older sets. This one in particular, this is one of my favorite catalogs we've ever gone through. But that's all I got for you again, but thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.